Greetings from Cybertron. This is SoundJack here with a review of the Transformers Titans Return Titan Master Crashbash. So for the Titans Return toy line, a new price point was introduced. The $5 price point, which was the Titan Master class, which includes a Titan Master and a Titan Master vehicle. A vehicle that can be ridden by a Titan Master, can be combined with the Titan Master, and can also be turned into a weapon for any larger figures that are compatible with 5mm posts, which is all fun and cool. The Titan Master class predominantly consists of characters that already exist in the franchise. Actually, they are all characters from the franchise. Some of them being headmasters in previous lines, some of them being new characters that are now adopting the headmaster gimmick. This particular one, Crashbash, is based off a character. It is based off the character Squeezeplay, who was a headmaster, but he rather was the main body as opposed to just the head. But in this toy, he is just the head. So now let us take a closer look at Crashbash himself. So as you can see, his central body is predominantly the kind of white-gray plastic, just like the Titan Master vehicle, along with some very purple limbs and a head that is purple with some silver on that face. And I even think there's a little bit of red in the eyes, but it's really hard to see, and you're probably not going to be able to see that on camera, unfortunately. But he does have a painted face, but that's all the paint on the main Titan Master body. Though he has some nice details on the chest, on the arms, and on the legs. And then on the back is the face for Crashbash, which is very purple, silver on the face, and a little bit of red for the eyes. As with other Titan Masters, he has a standard Titan Master articulation. His head is able to rotate a full 360 thanks to it being on a ball joint, and is able to bob up and down. His arms on ball joints and are able to rotate that far forward and that far back because of the face, and are able to angle that far out. His legs are able to bend that far forward and that far back, and his knees are able to bend, his knees are able to bend that far back and that far forward. And to transform him into head mode, you just collapse him in half. And now, while he does not come with a Titan a full body figure to connect with, he along with every other Titan Master is compatible with any other Titans Return toy that it does have a Titan Master included. The connector point is interchangeable amongst all the toys, and I've not properly mentioned that feature in the other reviews. So yeah, you can swap any of the heads out with other bodies on toys that are able to do such. That's all there is on Crashbash himself. So now let's take a closer look at the first form for his Titan Master vehicle. This dragon, this kind of bird dragon form. It's referred to as a robo chicken at one weird piece of fiction, so maybe this is what a robo chicken looks like. I don't know. But anyway, the head is predominantly purple with green, some green paint for those eyes. Nice detailing on the head. There's some silver paint for the neck, and then the rest is a solid purple body and gray pieces. These gray type pieces for the legs, for the wings, and then for the tail and the head. And then there's also some green on the other form head, the dinosaur form head. But that's just kind of awkward. There's a head on my tail, and then we'll get to the other form, and you'll see this head's gonna be the tail, but this one looks a bit better as the tail, I will say. And how these two interact together is, as you can see here, there is two Titan Master posts and a groove for the bottom of any Titan Master. So if you just get him into a riding position, you can plug him into the vehicle, and he is able to pilot the Robo Chicken. Yeah. Oh, articulation. This thing does have articulation. Its head is able to bob up and down. Legs are on ball joints, so they're able to rotate a full 360. Things will get in the way, but they are ball jointed and are capable of rotating a full 360. The wings are also on ball joints, so you can put them into whatever position you want. Yeah, that's all ball jointed. So you can put them into whatever position you want. And the tail, you can wag the tail, if you so desire. Now for some size comparisons. If I can get this in focus. Here he is with Legends Class Bumblebee. And you can see how big this vehicle is compared to Bumblebee, just as long, and that's just because it's in more beastie form. Deluxe Class Chrome Dome. You can see how that scales. Voyager Megatron. You see how big that is there. Whoops. And Leader Class 6 shot there. You don't even need to see the whole thing, you just gotta see how big it is. So that's the bird mode for the Time Master vehicle. Now, for the other two forms, the Time Master is able to combine with Time Master vehicle. So let us get into that. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want the arms sticking out like that and don't transform it into the head mode unlike some other Time Master vehicles, which we will get to in the coming days. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip this upside down, flip that out of the way, and you're going to stick the head of Crashbash here into that slot right there and just peg it in like so. And then you'll bend the legs at an angle like that and then collapse the head of the dinosaur to attach like so. And then we'll get into the wings, which are going to come around and go over the arms, with the arms going into that gap in the wings. And then these tabs right there will go into slots, a slot right there, and connect like so. Do that on the other side, slot that tab in, slot it in, there you go. And that's all done. Then you just come around, rotate the legs down, and there you have the dino form for the Titan Master vehicle, for Crashbash's Titan Master vehicle. And then you just flip that peg down. And it's really neat how exactly how Crashbash interacts with the vehicle by his robot arms becoming the dino arms and then his legs becoming the lower jaw. And I didn't point this out looking at the details on him before, but you can see he's got even like ridges there that like just make the dino mode teeth, and that's pretty cool. And then looking at it, he's got the green eyes, he's got a Decepticon symbol on his head, a lot of the details you've seen in the other form, and then you just have the bird, the Robo Chicken head as the tail. It's probably not actually a Robo Chicken, that's just the best name I have to call that. But anyway, articulation for this form, it's got ball jointed legs, so it rotates just like the other one. It's a little tricky because there's just pegs. That will be more pertinent when we get into the weapon mode. And then you got the arms, they can wiggle a little bit. And then if you like unpeg the foot, yeah, that tab goes into that slot up there to hold that together. And if you unpeg that, you can like get a monster maw going on. And yeah, that's all there's to say on that form. So I'll transform the other guys into robot mode for that size comparison. Here he is with Legends Class Bumblebee. Deluxe Class Chrome Dome, if Chrome Dome can pose correctly. Voyager Class Megatron. Leader Class 6-shot. If you can get 6-shot all the way in there. Yep. And then, quickly at this point, Soundwave and Wheeljack, the mascots, of course. And there they are. But we're not quite done with Crashbash yet, because this form is also able to turn into a gun. It is a very simple transformation. What you're going to do is you're going to take that post and flip it down. I'm going to take the Robo Chicken head, flip it around to reveal that. Then you're going to, there's going to be a gap right there on the leg. It's going to go into a tab right there. And just plug that in. Do that on the other side. And there you have the gun mode. He's got gun holes at the end of his feet, and he's got a blaster coming out of his rear end. And he's also kind of just like laying back. I'm like, oh, I'm having a nice vacation, but boom, boom, boom. Oh, nice relaxing vacation. And this can of course be held by any with 5mm compatible post. So here is Chrome Dome holding him in the weapon mode. And you can see all of that. But yeah, that's all there's to say on Crashbash. The tie-in masterclass is very neat in concept. I'm going to say this later on, but I think certain vehicles don't hit quite as well as others. I'm particularly fond of the ones that have a beast component to them, and Crashbash does that very well. It has very fun integration with the vehicle and has some very fun different modes. So this is a very nice addition to the tie-in masters, and you can have fun by integrating Crashbash's head onto other guys. So that's all I have to say on Crashbash. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SoundJack426. Also, please consider donating on my Patreon page to help support the channel. All of the links will be in the description below. Thanks for tuning in. This is SoundJack, signing off.